Hey, what's good everyone? It's Milky here, back with another video, and today we're going to be ranking the best jump shots in 2K22 Next Gen.
And I got a colorful aura, like I got neon guts. And I got a colorful aura, like I got neon guts. Admitted I move like amoeba.
Before we get stuck into the video, please consider leaving a like and a subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year, so if you could leave a subscribe, that'd be absolutely huge. Now, a couple of quick things before we actually get into the bases. We've got a couple of things here. If the jump shot has a little couple of stars next to it, I know they're a bit dodgy, but I had to edit them as I was going through. These jump shots are restricted to 6'9" and shorter. So if you're 6'10" or taller, you can't get access to these jump shots, but there is still a few that you can get access to, and a few really, really good jump shots that you can get when you're taller than 6'9". I've also left the tiers to just an S, A, and B tier. S tier obviously being the best. The reason I haven't included a C tier and lower is that there's no point running these jump shots because they've either not got a great window, or they're too slow, or they don't have an overall great make percentage. So if you don't see a jump shot on here, it's not that I haven't looked at it. It's because the jump shot isn't good enough to be able to run and to be able to keep up and compete with the top tier jump shots. And the last thing before we get stuck into it is that I have done these rankings based off three things. The first thing being how fast the jump shot is, the second being the green window size, and the third being the overall make percentage. And what that means is when you see the bar on the meter, that yellow bar, that's the average make percentage throughout that bar. So whether you're hitting slightly earlys or slightly earlys, slightly lates, or greens, the average make percentage throughout that window is what determines whether a jump shot is good or not. So we're going to get into it now. I'm going to start off with the B tier and work up to the S tier. But our first jump shot is base 83. Base 83 is a B tier jumper. It's got a good make percentage, but the green window is small. It hasn't got a great green window at all. And the jump shot's really, really slow. So that's what makes it a B tier jumper. Our next one is, you can get this one at any height as well. So although it's not a great jumper, it's still a good one if you're 6'10" or above. So it's one that you might want to consider running, but there's definitely better jump shots out there. Our next one is D Wade. It's got a decent speed, decent green window, but the overall make percentage is really, really low. So basically what that means, if you're not greening the shot, you can't actually, you won't hit very many shots at all. You're looking at about 60% of shots if you're not greening. So when we get up into the S tier, you're sort of looking at about 75 to 80% of shots that you can hit without greening. Our next one is Jump Shot 98. I know these are really, really popular jump shots in current gen, but in next gen, they're not great jumpers at all. Same as D Wade. It's got a decent green window and a decent speed, but the overall make percentage just isn't great whatsoever. And you can't get it if you're above 6'9". Our next one is Bill Lambier. So Bill Lambier actually has the best green window in the game. In the entire game, it's got the best green window, but it is the slowest jump shot, and the make percentage is pretty low as well. So you've got a great green window, but the jump shot's really slow. So you're going to get a lot of contests anyway, which is going to lead to greening less shots. So so it's sort of counterintuitive there. Like, great green window, but it's slow. So you're going to get contested, which means you're going to green less shots. So it just depends. This is personally not a jump shot I would use purely based off how slow it is. Then we've got Set Shot 25. I know it's a really, really popular jumper in current gen, but in next gen, sure, it's fast. It's one of the faster jump shots in the game, but it's got a good green window. It's not great, but it's got a good green window. But it's got a really, really low overall make percentage. So if you're not greening your shots, you're not going to hit a lot of shots at all. And the last one in the B tier is Barnett. It's the third fastest jump shot in the game, which is a really, really good upside. It's got a decent green window, but again, the overall make percentage is low. So if you're not greening the shots, you're not going to be able to hit many at all. So we're going to move on to A tier now. Our first one in the A tier is Derek Rose. Where is he? He's here. The Derek Rose jump shot, it's fast. It's got a good green window, but the overall make percentage is low. So again, if you're not greening the jump shot, you're not going to hit a lot of shots. Base 3 it's the same as current gen. It's the fastest jump shot in the game. It's got a good green window, but again, the overall make percentage isn't great. Dan Rue, this is one of the jump shots that one of my bigs tried for a little bit before a couple of other jump shots came out, and he really, really liked it. It's got a really good green window. It's got a decent make percentage, but it is really, really slow. So you have to run it on 4 out of 4 speed. But even then, when you are running on 4 out of 4 speed, it's still not that fast. So you are going to get a lot of contests, particularly with how easy it is to contest jump shots this year. And then our last one in A tier is actually base 18. No, sorry, my bad. It's not base 18. Can you not get any of them? You can't. Jeez. Okay. I've just realized something as I was going through here. Is that all of the S tier jumpers you can't actually get if you're above 610, if you're 610 or above. So the best ones, I suppose, are base 3, Dan Rue, and base 18 if you're 610 or above, based off the percentages. So based off green window, speed, and overall make percentage. So base 18 has a great green window, good make percentage, but again, it's slow, just like Dan Rue. And then the last one in the A tier is Kobe. So Kobe, good make percentage, good green window, but it's a little bit slower than some of the A tier jump shots. So you'll get similar make percentages and green windows with the S tier jumpers, but it's a little bit slower than those. So you're going to get contested again, which leads to greening less shots and making less shots. So I'm going to leave the 2 best bases in my opinion for last. So Trey Burke is a good jump shot. It's really fast. It's got a good it's got a good make percentage, but the green window is tiny. It's got the smallest green window of any jump shot in the S tier. So if you're not too worried about greening shots, if you don't mind making some whites, then this is a good jump shot. But if you're purely worried about making greens, then this is probably not a jump shot that you should run. Next one is base 85. Base 85 is also really good on current gen, but on next gen it's really good as well. It's fast, got a good green window, but it's got the smallest make percentage out of all of the jumpers in the S tier. So if you look at a Curry or a 65 or a Trey Burke, you're going to make probably about 10% more of your shots based on the data from 2K Labs. So although it's fast and it's got a really good green window, it's got the lowest overall make percentage. So if you're not greening the shots, you're not going to make a lot of shots. And then we're down to our last 2 jump shots. In my opinion, these are the 2 best jump shots in the entire game. Curry and base 65. I've used both of them, and at the moment I'm running base 65, and I prefer it over Curry, but I did use Curry for the whole of season 1, and I shoot about 65 to 70% from downtown with about an 85 3 ball. So these 2 are the best jump shots in the game. The only difference between them really is that base 65 has a bigger green window, like a pretty significantly bigger green window. I've noticed I'm greening a lot more with base 65 as opposed to Curry, but Curry is a little bit faster. So if you want a jump shot that's a little bit faster, I'd go Curry. But if you're worried about greening more shots, I'd go base 65. Personally, I think they're both excellent jump shots. And I'm preferring base 65 at the moment. But like I said, I did use Curry for the whole of season 1. And I was hitting about 65% of my shots. So either, you can't go wrong with either of them, to be completely honest. But I'm preferring base 65 at the moment. So that's it for this video. Thanks for tuning in. If you want to have a look at the current gen jump shots, I'll leave that linked in the description below. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.